Howdy, folks, and welcome back to Ahsoka. We are up to episode 5, part 5. If we had any concern that it was going to be Ahsoka and Anakin talking to each other the entire episode, the thumbnail has Chopper on it. So apparently that's not going to happen. So who is, big question from last week, who is Anakin? Is that Anakin's Force Ghost? Is that Anakin from the Clone Wars era, or just at the tail end, just before Order 66? Did he find an access to the world between worlds? Is this all in Ahsoka's imagination? Did Ahsoka die? Personally, I think it's a Force Ghost, and I think that's because he says, I didn't expect to see you so soon. I think she appeared on there. He believes she's dead. Maybe she is. But I think he's a Force Ghost. I guess we'll find out. Another thing I wanted to point out from last week that a lot of people, I saw a lot of reactors reacting negatively to. When Baylan tells Sabine, your family is dead, or your family was killed in the Purge, he was sensing her thoughts and her feelings. That's what she believes. She believes her family was killed in the Purge. Personally, I am a fan of the theory, and I kind of hinted at this last time, that her mother survived. And her mother happens to be wearing a helmet at a forge. She's the armorer, is my belief. There is a pretty popular YouTube video out there with the theory that gives it a little bit of evidence, but obviously there's not a lot out there. But I kind of like that idea. Wouldn't that be kind of cool if there was a reunion between mother and daughter in the big movie that's coming up? So I'm holding out hope that her mother did survive. Her brother and father, probably dead. But at least she thinks they're all dead. Anyway, part 5. It was really good last week, so let's hope it stays really good here. Oh, it's a longer episode this time. 51:44 over there, which means it's over 40 minutes. Cool. Here we go. Skip the recap. Don't want to know what's coming up. All right, we're back on the planet. Because Hu Yang's still there, right? Okay. We get a National Geographic video here. The broken map, yeah. I figured we'd see that. Oh, there's more X-Wings now. Okay, the Ghost is here, and that's 3 X-Wings. Only 2 survived, I thought. So did she call in some reinforcements now that they know she has evidence that she called in more force? Yeah, she doesn't know what's going on here. Although I have to say, Hera, you're very brave. If you think there's a couple of badass dark force wielding, or at least gray force wielding, whatever, Jedi out there, and you just got a blaster? You're pretty brave. But we knew that about Hera. Is Ahsoka just going to come back without us seeing what happened to her in the world between worlds? Oh, it's Hu Yang. Oh, he's got Sabine's helmet. He's grieving them. Thinks they both died. Yeah, that is a major point. I've been saying this to myself for like the last week. I hate it when stories require an intelligent character to be stupid for the story to progress. And that's what happened with both Ahsoka and Sabine last week. I mean, when she defeated the Inquisitor guy, Ahsoka did. And Sabine said, "Go, I got this." Ahsoka shouldn't have done that. She should have just taken a few seconds to finish off the apprentice. Just a few seconds. Maybe a minute, tops. And then the 2 of them could have rushed over there. It's very annoying. And then when Sabine gets in there and tells him to stop, or she'll just, and then she's told to destroy. While he's busy with Ahsoka, she could have just taken some shots at his back, and he would have either had to flip around to block them, in which case Ahsoka could have fought, broken away from that and had a better fighting chance, or she could have killed him. But no, smart characters have to be stupid. It does kind of annoy me, but still a fun story. But yeah, that kind of annoyed me. So obviously, Hu Yang doesn't see her body down there, Ahsoka's body. So if she did hit the rocks, you'd think her body would still be down there. Maybe it got washed out or went to the bottom of the water or something. Or maybe it really did go into the world between worlds. Maybe she was pulled away as she was falling. Shadow Warrior. Interesting. Does that apply to Ahsoka now? Or to Anakin? Yeah, there's a theory going around that that's really Anakin And they're talking about alternate timelines, or maybe he actually did find a way into the world, or find himself in the world between worlds and saw her through a portal and pulled her out as she was falling or something. That didn't make sense to me because of the way he said, I didn't expect to see you so soon. Why would he say that if he's the one who pulled her out, you know? Here we go. He's a Force ghost. Yeah. He's a Force ghost. She's on the verge of dying. And that's how he's seeing her. I don't think they're really in the world between worlds. I think this is just a construct that either she put herself in, or he's brought her to as a Force ghost, talking to her, her spirit, I guess. She's not quite dead yet, but like he's saying, she has a chance. You're gonna fight her? Oh, I won't fight you. I've heard that before. Isn't that what she said to him when she first encountered him as Darth Vader? So is that fight kind of symbolizing the struggle that she's got between life and death right now? Like he said, live or die. If she can defeat him, she can pull herself out of this condition and live, and have the Force, use the Force to help her survive. But if she can't win the fight, then she succumbs to death, I guess.
Wherever their destination was, we have no hope of following.
Except the whales. The whales, right?
Once we find Sabine and Ahsoka.
Covered for so long.
Senator Organa. Leia. Something about the water, huh? What?
There's anything else
You say water's water? I don't know.
out there chopping with people.
Take those headphones off, those so you can actually hear, Hera? He can hear the fight. There they are. She does hear it. He's probably helping her, right? Hear it. Oh boy. That's kind of the move she did to him in the temple, though, in Rebels, when she fought Darth Vader. She smashed the floor underneath him. She fell from blue to red. Is she going down? Like into some kind of hell now? Oh no. She fought Anakin up there. She's going to fight Vader down here, isn't she? She's going to see a red saber. Yep, stormtroopers. No. Those look like clone troopers. They are clone troopers. It is the younger Ahsoka. Everybody thought that she might make an appearance. Got her green saber. Cool. Okay, so it wasn't Vader, but it was really cool. Still young Ahsoka. Still clone troopers. De-aged Tamora Morrison?
There are more separatist droids approaching.
Oh, well, he's got a wrap over his face, which makes it convenient, doesn't it? Whoever this young woman is, this girl, she's got the chin and the facial expressions down. Just that little like chin movement she was doing, hard to explain. Just totally matched up with Rosario Dawson doing it.
I want to stop fighting.
Yeah, we're back to this whole. This Anakin, I think he is aware of what's going on. He's making comments that seem appropriate to the situation, but also to her situation in the quote-unquote real world. This whole discussion she's having with him again about, life and death, giving up, fighting to survive.
Then you'll die.
Yeah, then you'll die. Oh, there he is. They're not going to find anything out there. There's nothing physical out there. She's out there somewhere physically, I think, but he's hearing the Force. He's hearing stuff in the Force that they're not going to hear. They're not going to find. I wonder if he was hearing that battle.
Changed their mind and approved your mission.
Oh, they didn't change their mind. No, I just...
Yeah, that's one word for him.
Mom?
Droid said low.
And they're probably going to find her body. Not quite dead. Maybe they'll get there when she finally chooses life, Slightly older Ahsoka or still same age? Oh, it's older. She has 2 lightsabers now. She only had 1 green one before. It's 2 blues now. Hey, it's Rax in his armor, so we can't really see his face, but we hear his voice.
Come on, let's go!
It's interesting. I think it's the same actor. They just changed her, everything about her, made her look a little older, gave her the more appropriate stuff for a little later in the Clone Wars. So this is season 7 stuff of Clone Wars. I don't think she quite looks old enough to be that Ahsoka, but I'll buy it.
You did well. I gave you a choice. Live or die.
Oh. Episode 3. Anakin now. Red eyes. Aha. Back to here. Harris found her. Oh, his job is done. Made you decide you wanted to move forward and not give up. Water coming down? Transition back to the ocean, right? Yeah, she's been floating almost lifeless in the ocean the whole time. Makes sense. Technically, so it kind of was in her head, but I think it really was Anakin Force Ghost with her. You going to grapple her in, or somebody going to jump in after her? X-Wing pilot. If she's got both her lightsabers, well, there's plenty of time left in this episode. If she's got her lightsabers still, both of them, something weird happened, because she couldn't have had the one she was holding still. It had to have fallen away, because it looked like it fell away when she was hit. Still want to know how three X-Wings survived when it was pretty sure we saw 3 of them destroyed, and 2 of them survived at the end.
You might have been lost for good, if not for Jason.
There's your Padawan. That's the one you should be training.
Jason is here.
All hope is not lost. Map is destroyed, but come on, the whales do it all the time. That's how Ezra and Thrawn got there, so come on.
Who are you fighting with?
Haha.
Why don't you show Jason?
Impressive talent, she has to surmise from that observation of his, that statement.
Starship? Will you train me?
No.
You know how to build a lightsaber?
Yes?
Will you teach me?
No.
Not until she's accepted as a Jedi. Come on. Enough of an echo that she knows that Sabine went with them.
After them.
Ooh, she pronounced it Satos. Everybody else says Cetos. Jason gonna stay with her? Because it looks like she's about to hop in the Ghost and take off. Is Jason staying with Ahsoka? She wouldn't do that, because Ahsoka's journey is going to be even more dangerous. Got to get that helmet back to her. Been in her family for hundreds of years. Right? There it is, Purgle. She's making the connection finally. Ancient Jedi, yeah, ancient Force users would work with the Purgle, not, like riding or anything, but I mean, follow their paths, sensing it through the Force, right? That's what they've been told, what we've been told. Why can't she do it?
There's nothing more I can.
They got to have video evidence of this ring, this hyperspace ring that killed 2 of their pilots. All I can say to the writers right now, Dave Filoni, in spirit, many months ago or years ago, whenever you wrote this, please don't have them actually go back and spend a lot of time with the Senate trying to argue for this. Let's just take action. Come on. Be Star Wars. I was going to say, are they all going to follow? They are. But weren't they low on fuel? No, the X-Wings are going home. Okay. Come on, Ezra could communicate with them. You can do it, Ahsoka. Hey, he finally got to see them. He's not knocked out this time. Much bigger one.
Wish me luck.
Gonna go try to talk to it. She does have both her lightsabers. I don't know. Then again, I suppose if one of them did fall off the cliff right there, she could probably figure out how to get it back. It's kind of how Ezra did it too. Are they just going to go inside? He's opening his mouth. Yep. Going to take him inside its mouth. Probably the safest way. Probably a lot safer than in the tails being yanked by the tails like the Ezra and Thrawn were?
I have no idea.
What?
No idea. We'll just see where it goes.
See where they go.
Go anywhere.
You're not clear of their path. A lot of witnesses to this myth, so this legendary thing that's now very well documented. So the actor who's inside the Mandalorian armor, one of the actors inside the Mandalorian armor, was one of the X-Wing pilots. He survived. I thought he died for sure, because I only saw Carson and the female pilot last episode. I swear there were only 2. But he survived. Cool.
May the Force be with you.
That one choked me up a little bit. They were saying, may the Force be with you. I was just remembering, thinking of her remembering, her love. Okay, yeah. Caleb, his real name. At the end of this episode? I think so. Yeah. Nice. There's not going to be a... Keep checking, because, they might sneak one in, an end-credit scene. Good job. I mean, Dave, again, last episode had really, really good pacing. Again, I give that score like a 1 is you fall asleep, or you have a very good chance of falling asleep. A 10 is it's too fast, you can't pay attention. And I was saying this was somewhere between a 6 and a 7. Last one was more like an 8 to a 9, which I really enjoyed. I kind of like it around an 8. I wouldn't say it was a 9. Last one was an 8. I really enjoyed it. This one was back to that whole 6, 7, maybe even 6 side. The events in this episode were really very powerful and impactful and good, and the story progressed. I like it. I like what happened. I like the character stuff with Ahsoka and Anakin and figuring out whether or not she wanted to survive and fight for her life and stuff. I dug all that. It just took too long. Could have been told a lot faster. But still, all enjoyable. Just slow. That's all. Wow. So I still think it was really, I don't think it was just in her head, because Jason heard it. So I think it was Anakin's Force ghost in the Force somewhere nearby, because Jason could hear it, with Ahsoka, with her spirit, with her Force, presence as well. So that part was real, I think. I think it really was Anakin. His Force ghost, his Force Anakin. So that it's not a time travel thing. People were saying it could be a time travel thing, it could be alternate timelines. It's none of that stuff. I dug the younger Ahsoka. People had been talking about that. I didn't think much of it, honestly. In fact, I saw one video. I started watching it, and then I finally stopped it because I realized that it really wasn't going to say much. But this guy was complaining that they cut that part. They cut the part with young Ahsoka. I'm like, huh? First of all, I didn't really know for sure there was going to be young Ahsoka, and then I saw this. I'm like, they didn't cut anything. Why are you so mad? But that's cool. I obviously wasn't spoiled by the guy. He just said that there was going to be young Ahsoka, and then they cut it. And I'm like, okay, I'm no longer interested in this video. But it was cool. That was cool stuff. I really enjoyed it. The actor that got to play her, really good. I thought she did an excellent job portraying young Ahsoka. I like the 2 generations of her. I think it was the same actor. Played her like right at the beginning of Clone Wars, and then around season 7. Did she say it was the Purge of Mandalore? Because she didn't fight in the Purge of Mandalore, did she? No, she didn't say that. She said something else, the Battle of Mandalore or something. So I think it was, the whole fighting against Maul's forces thing. That battle. Cool. Cool to hear Rex. I believe it was Tamora Morrison, but I don't know. In fact, let's find out. Right? We should be able to find out. Hayden Christensen, we knew about him. We knew he was there. Oh, we're not getting that. There are some credits a little later on where they give a list of people who had smaller bits. Here we are. Yep, Tamora Morrison. Commander Rex. Very cool. Okay, so Really enjoyable. I'm glad they got in the whale. I kind of wish they'd gotten there faster, and maybe we saw them come out of the whale at the end of this episode instead of having to wait till next one. How many episodes are there? There's only a couple more, right? So, obviously, I'm predicting, I did in the beginning of the series, and I'm predicting it again, we're not going to see them come back with Ezra. We might find Ezra. We're definitely going to see Thrawn because he was in the trailer. So we're going to see him. But I don't think they're going to resolve any of this episode, this series. Last episode was kind of their Empire Strikes Back sort of ending, right, where it was like bad news, kind of felt like a loss. I think the next one will be successful, or the end of this will feel joyful in the sense that we'll probably get back with Ezra. We'll probably find him. I don't think they would have cast somebody for him if he was not going to come back. But anyway, I think we'll find him. I think that's good. And we may even get back. Some of us may get back to our galaxy. Maybe that's how it's going to end, with everybody, our heroes as well as Thrawn and his people, coming back to our galaxy. And that's going to be pretty much the end of the series, setting up the movie. Maybe bits of it will continue, because this is supposedly happening at the same time as Mandalorian Season 3. So maybe, I don't know what's going to come out first, the next Mandalorian season, if it's going to come out. I hope so. Or the movie. But the movie is definitely going to continue it. So, loved the Jason stuff. I said that. She should definitely be taking him under her wing. He definitely wants to be a Jedi. He has the talent, as she saw, to be a Jedi. I love how Yang's like, yeah, I know how to make a lightsaber. No, I won't teach you. Not unless, Lady Tano tells me to. So that's cool stuff. Anyway, Dan, I don't know what else to say. Really enjoyed it. We only saw a small set of our characters in this one, because obviously Sabine is gone and our bad guys are gone, and so we didn't get to see them this episode. But can't wait till next one, though, man. I sure hope next one starts. I have this strange feeling it's going to start with 5 or 10 minutes of the journey, which, come on, speed up the pacing a little bit. I hope it starts with just them arriving. That would be great. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.